will talk about the psychomotor domain and effective domains of learning. So, what is the lecture outcome? You will be able to describe psychomotor domain and effective domains of learning, state with example subdomains of psychomotor domains and effective domains. So, our purpose of this lecture is to describe what is psychomotor domain and what is effective domain, and categorize the psychomotor domain and effective domain on its subcategory and give example of each category. This is the lecture outcome. So, let us start with the lectures. So, psychomotor domains of learning. Psychomotor domains of learning means it involve action. It is not cognitive domains involve thinking, but it is skill. Cognitive domain does not mean that only remembering is cognitive domain. It is skill, thinking skill. Psychomotor domain action skill. Example, bicycling. Forget about the what is written in the slides. Think about how you learn bicycling. How you learn? Suppose you want to learn bicycling, what you do? First you try to imitate how people bicycling. So, you see, you observe how people are bicycling, other people are bicycling. So, that is called imitation. So, subdomain is first subdomain is imitation. You try to imitate how to bicycle, first done. So, you have imitated. Then what you do? Can you imitate 100% accurate to the other man? You cannot do it. So, what do? You manipulate the imitation as per your own way. So, that person may able to put his right leg first and press very high, but it may not be possible for you. So, what do? You try to imitate the same thing, but manipulating in your own way. So, the next domain is manipulation. So, imitation, manipulation. Then precision. What is precision? So, you have manipulate and you are able to bicycle. So, what you want to achieve? The precision of cycling. You are able to bicycle, precision. Then what you do achieve? Once you achieve precision, you want to articulate. That means, you want to bicycle in a certain distance. Yes, today I am able to bicycle 7 kilometers. So, it is a articulation. Then once you are able to articulate, it's become natural habit on you. So, after 1 year, if I give you a bicycle and told you to bicycle it, you are able to do it. That is naturalization. That means, without thinking or without involving, or you can say that while you are talking, you can able to bicycle it. So, that is naturalization. So, if you remember the example of bicycling, how do you learn bicycling, you can able to explain what are the subdomains of effective domains learning. First, manipulation, imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, naturalization. When you learn bicycle, first you try to imitate somebody who know bicycling, then you cannot 100% imitate. So, you manipulate on your own way, then you try to achieve bicycling, that is precision. Once you able to bicycle, then you test, okay, today I have to run 7 kilometer bicycle, articulation. So, you articulate what you learn, and then once you able to articulate, you try to achieve it naturalized. That means, after 1 year, if I give you a bicycle, you are able to learn it. So, what is the lowest level? Imitation. What is the highest level? Naturalization. So, how do you go? From low to high. So, if I able to articulate, that means this level and this level is already achieved by the learner. So, as per Bloom's taxonomy, if a learner in articulation level, that means imitation, manipulation, precision he can do. That is why he reached here. So, low to high, and what is imitation, what is manipulation, what is precision, what is articulation, what is naturalization, I have explained. Now, where it is applicable, where I apply it in our you can say the curriculum, or if I say particularly say for engineering education, there is a lot of lab. If you see, suppose I give an example of a electronics, some basic electronics lab or somewhere, where you have to latch a signal. What you do in the laboratory, you describe, if you want to latch a signal, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you give this manual to the students. As students write down the report, for latching a signal, first you do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this, without any experience, hands-on experience on latching. Then what is happened? The psychomotor skill which is required, that means how much rotation has to be made, how much, so that skill is not developed. So, in engineering education, any lab activity where requires a psychomotor skill is the application of psychomotor domain. Lathe machine, suppose I think in when we study in BTech engineering, we have a lathe machine lab. So, we have to make a different shape of cart of a metal block. So, suppose a group of students doing lathe lab without hands-on experience, all are sitting surrounding that technician and technician is doing it, then where is the psychomotor domain? So, in lab, if you do it hands-on, then only psychomotor domains will be developed. So, when you write your outcome of a laboratory course, so it is not only cognitive domain, but also psychomotor domains. Cognitive domain is required, I am not saying cognitive domain is there. So, one of the wants to say the outcome of a laboratory, not all laboratory, some laboratory where required psychomotor domain is essential. Mechanical lab, chemical lab, electronics lab, psychomotor domain is essential. It may not be applied to the computer programming lab or computer lab, because there may not be required a psychomotor domain. But chemical laboratory, suppose you are doing a simple titration experiment, everybody know how to do the titration, but unless you do it in your own hand, you cannot succeed in one time. So, that is psychomotor domains of learning. So, when you write the lab outcome, include psychomotor domains of learning also. So, that is why once you see the NBA accreditation, if you see that read number 4 PO, design of experiment, collection of data, analysis of data, interpretation of data, draw a valid conclusion, those skills are required. Design may be cognitive domain, but collect the data collection is an effective domain. Design may also, is a psychomotor domain, design may also include psychomotor domain also. Suppose you have to measure an unknown resistance using a bridge circuits. Not only you have to design in pen and paper, you have to do it in lab, you have to connect all components, connect the unknown resistance component, connect the power supply, all require psychomotor domains also. That is why lab component, when you write down the outcome, include psychomotor domains of learning. Okay? And that is the different levels of psychomotor domain. So, I am not covering details that what is imitation, manipulation, I think I have already explained it. Then come to effective domain. So, what is effective domain? effective domains of learning means feeling and attitude. So, I can say suppose effective domains ethics, engineering ethics, environment and sustainability, all those PO are in effective domains. Can I teach ethics? You can receive information, but it is not that you have developed the ethics. So, that is an effective domain. Doing this thing is dangerous for health is a statement. When you understand the statement and feel it, then it becomes effective domains of learning. So, what are the subcategory of effective domains of learning? Think, suppose somebody written doing this thing is dangerous for health. If you want to learn it effective domain, how you learn it? First you receive the information, doing this thing is dangerous to health, the information I received. So, first subcategory of effective domain is receiving. Then you respond based on the received information. Yes, this may be wrong, this may be true, but maybe some example is given that time it is wrong. So, you are responding on the basis of received information. So, next step is responding. Then once you are able to respond and receive, so those feedback system develop your valuing, whether this is right or wrong. So, value judgment will be developed on it. So, that is called valuing. Once you develop valuing of this information, valuing of this information, so you organize those valuing. So, that is called organizing. Then once you based on your organizing capacity, you characterize on it. So, you never do that things, that is characterize. So, engineering ethics, if I have to develop, I have to teach in effective domains. Not that basic principle of engineering ethics is this, you cannot do this, you cannot do this, that is information level only, but I have to develop characterizing level. So, only receiving is not develop the effective domain, I have to go this here. So, how do you go? Receive, respond, valuing, organizing, characterizing. Suppose somebody want some chemical or chemical engineering engineer want to design a chemical plant in the heart of a city. Environment and sustainability, he has to characterizing. So, you know all kinds of information. If I make this factory here, this kind of pollutant will come, this kind of pollutant mixed with this. So, all information he know, but he may not able to still, you can say, the feel the pain of environment and sustainability on that issue. If I want to develop that, then I have to not only receiving, I have to responding, valuing, organizing and characterizing. I have to achieve that level. So, effective domains of learning, first lowest level is receiving, next level is responding, next level is valuing, next level is organizing and another level is characterizing. So, lowest to highest, only receiving information receiving level may not be sufficient for developing effective domains of learning. So, all the PO which is mentioned in accreditations are somehow attached to some of the domains. Cognitive domains mainly maximum POs are attached, solving ability, analyzing ability, synthesizing ability and evaluation ability. Some evaluation ability and testing ability are attached with effective psychomotor domain, and some of the PO is also attached with effective domains, engineering ethics, sustainability, environment and sustainability. So, effective domains learning is also an important. And what are the subcategory? Receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, characterizing. How do you remember? Do not remember this category. Think about something is written, doing this is dangerous for health. How you develop your feeling on that statement. First you receive the information, then you want to respond it, and then we try to analyze every part and first develop your valuing, and then organizing all the value, and then characterize inherent on you, characterizing. So, highest level is characterizing. Receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, characterizing. I am not reading the slides, I have explained it. Okay? Thank you.